Okay, part 2 of the G1 Climax final night review. So the show had been built thus far to this match, as because it was the last league match. Both guys involved, Hiroshi Tanahashi and Togi Makabe, both seemed like they had a right to be in the final. Togi being the champion, Tanahashi probably being the one that everyone thought was going to win. This match would effectively decide who would face Kojima in the final. Tanahashi showed how much of a better technical wrestler he is in comparison to Makabe in the introduction to the match, which I thought was a little self-indulgent, but in a good way. Makabe then did his brawling stuff, which made up for it, and then did the dragon screw, which was cool. Match was flowing very well with Makabe doing some limb work, going for Tanahashi's knee. Tanahashi trying to sell while attempting to make a comeback. Nothing was boring here. Makabe does his beatdowns quite well and makes everything look very fun. When I say Tanahashi was trying to sell here, some parts were silly, like when he did his drop kick with a bad knee and didn't really sell it at all. Fantastic build-up to the big lariat on Tanahashi. Makabe showing his brawling dominance. Tanahashi needed to pull out something good here to get the better of Makabe, so it was a good finish. Tanahashi needed to get the win at any cost. Great drama, and all the spots had great build-up, which paid off with the crowd reactions. I like this match, definitely not 4 stars, but needed more time to get up there. Great match within the context of the card, though, 3 stars. Next up was the special non-title tag match, pitting Bad Intentions against Wataru, Inoue, and Strongman. Anderson had a great G1 by all accounts, and from what I had seen. I actually quite liked Strongman's antics in the ring. He does have a certain charm about him, I think. Like, come on, baby! Everything else stunk about him, but timing was completely off, and everything he did didn't seem to work at all. Combine that with Inoue, and I don't really know what to call it. It wasn't all that bad to start off with. Some parts were fun with nothing totally great or awesome. Anderson's improved a lot. All his stuff was great. Strongman looked very stupid in parts, going for a pin at one stage on Anderson with clear vision of Bernard standing right beside him, subsequently breaking the pin. I like Bad Intentions as a tandem. They were definitely carrying this match. Not sure what this match tried to prove apart from putting over Bad Intentions, but Strongman had a lot of involvement in this match, and a few more minutes could have made him look better. So overall, a nothing match, 1.5 stars for some of the team sequences of Bad Intentions. I mean, for saying that, I don't mind Strongman. I mean, put him with the right opponent, he can have a really good match. The six-man Legends match up next involved some of the greats, Genichiro Tenryu, I think that's how you pronounce it, Toshiaki Kawada, and Tiger Mask 4 taking on Akira, Super Strong Machine, and Riki Choshu. Good curtain raiser for the main event final. Great to see the 2 grumpy men in the same match and in the same corner. It just sat well with me. All these guys, apart from Tiger Mask 4 and Kawada, were prominent together around 1993 within the New Japan promotion. Tenryu contracting Kawada and Tiger Mask for their services and taking out his old friends and foes. Tenryu almost looked incapacitated, he could hardly walk. A huge pop for him though when he wanted to start against Choshu. The explicit storyline here was with Team Legend going for Tenryu's knee, but it looked like they were pretty careful with it, so I think there might have been a genuine injury there. The crowd was behind Tenryu. Fun part with Tenryu's exchanges with the whole Legend team. Match seemed sort of like a match for sentimental reasons, but I wasn't completely sure because there wasn't any real feel-good stuff here. Tiger Mask with the flying cross arm breaker pin. Not a lot in this match, but didn't expect there to be. 1.5 stars. So, on to the final we go. Looking forward to this. Anything below 4 stars would have been a major disappointment. A lot was riding on this match, and it was certainly felt. It had a massive match feel to it, big match feel. The crowd were going nuts from the outset. Yeah, huge match. So let's go on to the match. Great beginning with both guys bringing the pain. Tanahashi got the upper hand and began working on Kojima's left arm again, which had endured a little punishment early on in the show when he had the match with Goto. His arm had strapping now as well. So I liked the background here. Great bit of psychology, which led to Tanahashi pulling off Kojima's arm guard, the strapping, acting a little heel, working the crowd very nicely. At this point, the crowd almost seemed like they were turning on Tanahashi. So the question was Tanahashi going to work Kojima's lariat arm later on in the match? Does Kojima use both arms in lariat spots? From what I've seen, he doesn't, but I'm not too familiar. Could be wrong. Someone could fill me in. That would be fantastic. All the arm work looked convincing and was definitely plausible. It was like Tanahashi was saying, "Welcome back to New Japan, you prick," from New Japan and All Japan. When he was repeatedly slamming Kojima's arm onto the mat, I thought it was all very effective in attempting to convey the angle. I liked the transition into the next phase of Kojima dominance when Kojima fought back with his good arm and then went to work on Tanahashi's legs. This particular period of Kojima's dominance, I thought, wasn't quite as effective as Tanahashi's. It was just not as lively. There wasn't any no-selling up until this point, which I thought I might just add. I thought it was quite good. Elaborating on that point, the selling was fantastic. Kojima made it seem like he forgot about his injured arm and executed an arm drop and then sold it. I like that. The Hansen / Kobashi top rope spot was cool and, in my opinion, fairly well executed. Tanahashi may have oversold it a little bit with the flip, but it still looked awesome in my opinion. I thought perhaps this part could have been situated somewhere else in the match. It seemed a little out of place as it occurred just after Tanahashi received a bunch of forearms delivered it in the same manner as Masawa used to. Another All Japan influenced move. And Kojima then proceeded to the top rope and Tana almost immediately went on to the defense, which led to the lariat spot. This spot could have even occurred earlier on in the match. Still, nice touch. From here on in until the end, everything was great. The cut-off moves were especially excellent, and the crowd ate it all up like it was the best thing they've ever eaten. Everything was timed effectively. By this stage, the crowd was chanting for Kojima, so the guys had done their job. Turned Kojima into a fan favorite. Unless, I guess, he may have already been, but if he wasn't, he definitely wasn't now. But this could have been done a little better on Tanahashi's behalf, acting a little more self-indulgent or something. But he had effectively turned, I think, in the match when he tore off Kojima's arm strap. Or then again, maybe you should not. I guess it's okay not turn too much because he's the face of the company. The ending stretch was epic. The imperfections definitely didn't tarnish the perfection of it all, if that makes any sense. This is definitely a match of the year contender, and as you can see from, if you haven't noticed, most people probably haven't, I've added a top 10 matches of 2010 to my description, my box down there, I think, or no, down there, and yeah, this is actually my match of the year because I loved it. Turns out Tanahashi did end up working on Kojima's lariat arm, but ultimately didn't pay off, and Tanahashi left it too late. And consequently, Kojima reaped the rewards with the double lariat finisher. Awesome match. 4.5 stars in my match of the year. Score for the whole show. We had 2 great matches, so it's at least 8. I'm just going to give it 8 out of 10. I love this show and I love this match. Alright, logging off.